Hello and welcome back to sessions on Amadeus with Travelocademy English. My name is Gaurav Gera, and today we're going to be discussing about segment pricing. We have discussed about normal pricing in the previous video, and then we learned about the long command and the short command of FXD. Today it is segment pricing. So let's start with this video. This is the new channel that we have created. Please subscribe and like if you like the video. We already have a channel with over 15,000 subscribers, which is in Hindi, and because we got a lot of comments from people around the world that they also want to learn all those topics in English. So we started making these videos. I could not make videos because I was busy in online and offline sessions, but right now I've made a schedule in such a way that I would be putting a video out every week, or maybe more videos in a week than at least one or two, so that it will help a lot of people around the world. It feels really nice when people get stuck and they get a solution through the videos and they tell us about in the comment box. Also, we have a Telegram channel which is particularly made to help people, and there are around 1500 subscribers in that. You can join that. We put one question every day, or at least 4 to 5 questions a week. You can answer that, enhance your knowledge, and also we put all the study material that will help you in in your job if you're working somewhere, or in your agency. We've trained a lot of people around the world, and we're still this is the number in case you are interested in training. You can always call and reserve a live 101 session with us. Now, going back to the topic, we will be doing segment pricing. So let's pick up a flight. I'm assuming that if you are watching this video, you would know these basic commands which we have covered in the previous video. So 12th of June from Delhi to, or rather take let's say from okay, let's take a flight from London to Toronto, and on Air Canada. Okay, so this is one flight in Air Canada, and on 12th of June let's pick up another flight from Toronto to Vancouver, this time in WestJet Airlines. Our flight is leaving at 8:30, arriving at 11:15. So let's pick up a flight, let's say at 3 p.m. SS1Y5, the 5th flight. Okay, so we have picked up a flight from London to Toronto and Toronto to Vancouver. What I'm trying to show you here is when you have two different airlines with you, how do you price them? So the answer would be, all right, no problem. We have learned the command of FXR. This is how we price. But then sometimes when you combine two different airlines, you combine two different fare bases, you would not be able to price them together. Because you would not be able to price them together, and let's say passenger says, I want exactly these flights because my friend is traveling on this, or due to any reason, if the passenger wants the same flights, then we will be stuck because we do not know anything about these. We just know that, okay, the flight is from London to Toronto and then Toronto to Vancouver, and when we are trying to price, because this is how we have learned pricing, we can do FXX also, same class, same flight, we are not able to get the price here. So what we do, we need to do segment pricing. Let me add a name here, James John, enter, and let's see if we could price it separately. So we do FXR and we could not get it. What do we do now? We do FXR / segment number 2. So we are pricing segment number 2 separately, enter, and then we are pricing segment number 3 separately. Let's do it again. FXR / segment number 3. Here we go. Yeah, now we have the price of segment 2 was 105,623. It priced us in Bravo class with 2 pieces of luggage, and the flight coming back, the flight going forward was with WestJet, and it has 0 piece of luggage, and the total price is 9,407. Now this means that the price that we have got is 105 plus 94, which will be somewhere around 115,000 Philippines peso. but at least we could price it. So sometimes when two airlines does not have a joint fare, in that case what we need to do is we need to price them separately. Now let's save the price separately. We do fxp/segment number 2. This must be saved. We do fxp/segment number 3. This also must be saved. Let's check with TQT whether the prices are saved or not. Yes, they are. Now if you see this, we should understand that in this case we will not have one ticket issued, rather we will have two separate tickets issued in this case, one for Air Canada and one for WestJet. Now if you see here, this is one flight and this is one flight. Now what is the reason that we could not price these two flights together? There can be multiple reasons. I would tell you the basic reasons that come across. So first thing is because these are two different airlines, sometimes they do not have agreement with each other. And we will see how to find out agreement and what is agreement basically. An agreement is, is something where two airlines combine together and one airline gives access to other airline to issue tickets on behalf of itself. So for example, in this case you have Air Canada and WestJet, two different airlines. Now if you issue tickets separately, like what we have done right now, we have priced them separately. If you do it like this, it is fine because you're issuing separate tickets. However, if you are issuing tickets together, then one out of these two airlines will be a validating carrier. Now validating carrier is an airline which will actually be issuing the tickets. So if let's say we have to choose one of these two, the best part is that we don't have to choose. It is automatically chosen by Amadeus itself with the ITA rules that we have. So if you go through ITA, it says the first airlines which is crossing the ITA, or the airlines which is having most number of miles in this itinerary will have a chance to issue tickets. Although you can alter that also, but then there are specific rules to choose which is going to be the validating carrier. For a travel agent, for us, we are not required to choose that. Amadeus will automatically do that for us. Now if we issue them together, we need to first price them together, and to price them together there has to be an agreement between these two. So right now between Air Canada or WestJet, maybe there is no agreement. We are not sure. We will check whether there is an agreement or not, first thing. Second reason can be that they have not made a joint fare for such bookings. So there are millions of combinations that you can make for different flights. So one flight can be combined with some other flight, and then you can make a connecting flight. So there are a lot of combinations. So airlines, they might have some fares for some specific itineraries, but they do not make fares for all the itineraries that we have around. So maybe in this case Air Canada and WestJet, they haven't make any joint fare. So that is why we cannot price them together. So we have priced them separately in this case. Now let's check if they had an agreement with each other or not. So let's see. TGAD is the command to check whether the airlines have agreement with each other or not. If I do TGAD and then I put Air Canada / WestJet, this means that can we issue tickets of Air Canada? Can we issue tickets with Air Canada stock for WestJet? Which means that the rules, baggage, everything, all the policies will be followed as per Air Canada's rules, and WestJet will be a part of that ticket. We can price them together or not. It says yes, it says airlines having agreement with Air Canada. So there is a ticket agreement, electronic agreement. We look for electronic agreement. However, you need to reverse all this also. So let's reverse this. TGAD -WS/AC. Can we issue WestJet's ticket for Air Canada? I mean, has Air Canada given rights to WestJet so that they can issue the tickets? Let's have a look. It says no. You cannot issue WestJet and Air Canada together if the validating carrier is WestJet. However, you can issue Air Canada and WestJet together if you are issuing Air Canada's ticket or the Air or the validating carrier is Air Canada. It seems to be a bit complicated, but then that's how it is. You will not be using it a lot of times, but then yes, it is a part of your job. So sometimes you will come across scenarios where you have to combine two airlines. You need to see whether they allow you to price them together, and they allow you that you can issue tickets for them together or not. Because once you're done with this, what you will do is that you will, if you do not issue your own tickets, you send somebody else, then you will be sending this ticket to someone else, and that person will come back to you and say, okay, you cannot issue tickets of these two airlines together, we have to do it separately. Either because there is no fare, second, there is no agreement between two airlines. So see, there are two reasons that I've given you right now why you need to do sector pricing. Right, there are many reasons why you do that, but these are the most common reasons that I've given you. One more reason that you might come across is let me book a reservation for you, let's say from Delhi to Singapore on 12th of July on Air India, and return you can do with ACR on 20th of July, but this time with Singapore Airlines. Yeah. Now let's price them together. We could price it. Okay. The price is 114,127. 30 kilo is the luggage. We have already done this in detail. But now the question is that is it feasible, like is it economical for us to sell, or passenger will take this flight or not? The chances are that they would not, because if you see Y class, it has priced this booking in Y class. Even if we have done FXR, which means same flight and lowest class, it is not bringing you down, which means that there is an agreement, but there is no joint fare basically between them, which is below Y class. So Air India and Singapore Airlines have come to an agreement where, okay, if you price us together for this itinerary, the minimum that you can check, the minimum price that you can get will be in Y class, which is actually the highest economy class. So this might not be feasible for us. Let's try to sector price it. FXR/segment 1. Okay, we have not got anything. Let's do again. FXR/S1. Okay, the price is 15,868, which seems to be very low. The previous price was over 100,000. Now let's check the price of segment 2. Comes out to be 24,313. This means that if we combine both these pricing together, we will be somewhere below, we will be getting a fare of around 40,000, which if we price them together, we were getting it for around 14,127. So it is basically 1/3 of the price that we are getting if we price it together. Now this is another reason why you might have to do sector pricing. And this, let's add a name, NM1, Jane, Patrick. Let's do FXR. Now because of the name, the segment has gone down to number 2. FXR/S2. Let's price it. FXP/S2. Here we go. FXR/S3. Let's price it. FXP. Just remember, you need to put FXP/S3 also to save it. You cannot just put FXP and leave it. It has to be specific segment number. Now let's see if the price is saved. Yes, it is. See, in this case, we could price both of these flights together. There was no problem. But then if we would have priced it together, then the price was very high. In this case, the price is very low, and we can give this flight to the passenger, and we can just create the PNR normally as we do. And let's say ER. Okay, yeah, and let's do IR, and here we have the PNR number. So this is how we can create a reservation, and this is a sector price reservation. How do we know that? Is because when you do TQT, you will see segment 2 and segment 3, which means there will be a separate ticket issued for Air India and a separate ticket issued for Singapore Airlines. So this is this is sector pricing. This is just a small example that we have here. There are many reasons why you can do it, but then what is more important is that you have an option for doing a sector pricing. And we are also making an app very soon. It will be live, so we have put those short courses, small topics. You can just, whenever you get stuck somewhere, you can go and you can watch those topics on that video. That will help you in to fix your problems whenever you face one. All right, so that's all that we have in this video. Again, if you like it, you can like the video, you can subscribe the channel, share it with people, and you can join the Telegram channel to know more information about travel and the content that we create. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.